All right, everyone, let's quickly set the stage, or should I say, let's stage this place. We've heard a lot about building powerful AI agents today, but it all starts with picking the right use case. You want something unpredictable, repetitive, and that requires reasoning to take a set of actions. So in other words, we want not a static workflow, but a dynamic one. And as Florian mentioned, and we've heard a little bit about today, we're going to be focusing on a theme that is very New York, rent. Hi, I'm Cassie, and I'll be kicking things off as an aspiring New York City renter.
I'm Pat.
I'm Kirsten, and
we're real estate agents.
And I'm Chad, a landlord who needs his money.
Now, the four of us have teamed up today in an unprecedented collaboration between landlords, real estate agents, and renters because we are aiming to make the New York rental process smoother, faster, and ironically more human with an AI agent. Real estate agents need to deal with paperwork, platforms, and people. They have to reason through messy, complex situations, and they need to take physical, real-world actions that have consequences. So that's why we think that building them an agent in Dataiku is the perfect fit. To get started, I'll visit my models and agents in the Dataiku platform, and I'll click on Create a New Agent. As Clément mentioned, we have two types of agents in Dataiku, visual and code. To start off, I'll use a visual agent. I'll call it my real estate agent. And thanks to the Dataiku LLM mesh, I have the option to choose any LLM provider or model that I want to set as my base model for my agent. Let's try GPT-4o. Now I can paste in some additional instructions for my agent to tell it what kinds of things it will be responsible for, and maybe give it some extra hints, like when creating a listing description, add fun things in like the neighborhood, proximity to subways, bars, restaurants, so we can give it some more information. But then comes the real meat of it and understanding what this agent can do, and for that, I will turn to my professional team of real estate agents and our partner landlord, Chad. Can you all tell me what you do every day besides taking a shoebox that's 200 square feet, putting a fisheye lens on it and making me think it's a penthouse?
Well, I mean, recently I've been a little bit nervous about these broker fees going away in this summer. And so I've been really conscious about, what sort of legal documents do I need to be sifting through, and I want to be careful that I'm not overstepping my bounds.
All right. For that, we're going to give our agent a tool where it can search housing documents. So this is a knowledge bank with legal and housing documents related to New York renting system. What else?
And it's pretty tricky to come up with the price of the unit. That's the most important thing. Can the agent do that?
Absolutely. So the first tool that we'll select is a lookup tool, which will allow you to look up an apartment unit or house, grab the relevant information that we need about a unit. And then, lucky for you, we've actually already trained a machine learning model in Dataiku that allows us to predict the listing price. So instead of reinventing the wheel or relying on unstructured data, we're actually going to go ahead and just equip this agent with the ability to use that machine learning model.
Now, in my experience as a landlord, I really like renters that pay. So can we add a little tool for that to the agent?
OK, I hear you. So funny enough, not everything has to be an agent. We can still think about things in other ways. So for this, I'm going to, not save that way, I'm going to visit my flow where we've created a batch processing pipeline. Now, what will happen here is every time an applicant applies through the website to one of your apartments, we'll be able to extract the information from all the different file types, whether they've submitted bank statements, employment verification letters, their tax returns, and things like that. Once we've extracted the information we need, we'll pass this into a prompt recipe powered by an LLM. Now, this prompt will actually do three things. We will want to pull out the information we need and reason through it. So does the renter or the applicant need a guarantor? Do they hit the 40X rule? Things like that. Then we'll also have the LLM send out an email to any applicants that missed information. So if they forgot to send in their pay stub, whatever that is. And then finally, the third thing that it will do is it will flag information that needs human review so that you, Chad, can come in and understand that. Now, I know that's important to you to be able to have the final call, but it's also important to me as a renter because I want to make sure that we're not creating an unfair, biased system. How's that sound?
Sounds great.
OK, so this one is really a stretch. If I really like the tenant, sometimes I like to send them a bottle of champagne as a congratulatory act.
Classy.
Where have you been? You definitely haven't been my real estate agent. So for that, we can absolutely take care of it by creating our own custom code agent. Now, a code agent in Dataiku allows you to leverage any framework like LangGraph or LangChain in order to build out custom logic and steps. So not only can our agent do something like grabbing the nearest liquor store to that new tenant, but it can also connect to third-party systems like unlocking a lockbox from afar or connecting to a delivery API. In addition, because we're using a code agent and because we have these custom tools, you can also build in custom logic, logging, and governance that ensures that you're wrapping this all in a safe framework along the way. OK, how does that all sound? Looks good?
Yeah!
Now, in just a short period of time today, we were able to build out a visual agent that takes care of the day-to-day. We were also able to build out a custom agent that adds the cherry on top for that closing process. And we built out a pipeline as well that takes all new applications and processes them, pulling out the information that we need. Now, don't go anywhere, because when we come back, Pat's going to take a deep dive into those tools that we built out for you today. This was just the ground floor. Let's get ready to
Raise the roof!
Thank you all.